Howling time. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of It's Howling Time with the Howling Wolf. Here, going to give you selections for today, May 23rd, 2020. I usually do this a day or so before, but I was really wiped out from doing my selections, and also I had to take care of some personal business. So I'm going to be giving you these for today's races at Santa Anita is the track. It is going to be the two stakes races there. It is going to be race number 5, the Daytona Stakes Grade 3 for a $100,000 purse going 5.5 furlongs on the turf. And then race number 8, the Charles Whittingham Stakes Grade 2 going a mile and a quarter for a $200,000 purse. And I'm going to get everything started with the race number 5. If you guys like to, before I could do anything else, if you like to follow me, please like the page and also follow me on Twitter on Howling Wolf Sports and more, and also on Aztec Pride Racing. Also, I do It's Howling Time radio show Facebook page. You can follow me on there as well. Also on Twitter on Howler92. Now let's get everything started. We're going to go with race number 5. Race number 5 is the Daytona Stakes Grade 3 for a $100,000 purse for 4-year-olds and up. Going 5.5 furlongs on the turf. We got a field of 7 running. We got your morning line favorite, which is going to be the number 5, Citron, at morning line odds at 5-2. I'm going to be giving you my 2 top selections plus my horse to watch. First, for my top selection, it is going to be the number 7, Texas Wedge, at morning line odds at 3-1. Is by Colonel John out of a political force mare. Last time ran on January 25th at Gulfstream Park on the turf, going 5 furlongs. In the World Tribune Stakes, I believe it was a $150,000 purse. Came up first by a neck, with Patient inside, and then the quarter pole edged on by into the stretch. The time before that, it ran on January 1st at Santa Anita on the turf, going 5.5 furlongs in the Harry Hernandez Stakes Grade 2 for a $200,000 purse. Was able to win that race by 3/4 of a length. Steadied, and then had to go a bit into was coming up into the turn, coming up, and into the stretch, was up first, and didn't look back, was able to pass by a lot of the horses, double touch, and so forth. The workouts have been on May 9th at St. Louis Ray, going 5 furlongs on a fast track. Did it in 1 minute, 0.220 seconds handily. Was the 32nd best out of the 39 workouts that day. Then for the last workout, it was on May 16th at San Luis Rey, going 5 furlongs on a fast track. Did it in 1 minute, 0.40 seconds handily. Was the 17th best out of the 24 workouts that day. Well, the reason I like this horse is my top selection is that its fractions are very well ridden, has fast fractions, especially around this distance, has not shown any type of slowing down in any way, has been in the money at Santa Anita, has been in the money once, has at this distance is 3-4-5 at the distance, but has been coming up strong. And on the turf, it has been 4-9. in that last race that it came in the neck was in the mid pack, coming back late and came up strong. Well, I believe with this race, it's gonna have to show because there's some other nice horses in here that running that will try to be up there fast and take it all the way through. But with this one, I believe that if he could get this Texas West, if Bravery and Platt could get this horse into position well and coming up strong, maybe stay off, maybe be the pace setter, or even try to be nearby a little bit more and behind the pace setter, then come up strong late again. It should come up for a good, nice win. And the jockey trainer combination is at 23%. So it should know how to come up strong. In stakes races at 21%. And at this distance is at 20%. So knows how to run well at this distance and at this track and at any track that they put this horse. Shows that it has some great potential. Has been in the money around and so forth. They run around this distance for a good bit. And Fabian Pratt has been aboard 3 of the wins aboard this horse, this gelding. So it knows how to get him into position well and strong and late. So again, for my top selection in the Daytona Stakes, race number 5, it is the number 7 Texas Wedge at morning line odds at 3-1. And now it's time for my second choice. My second choice is going to be the morning line favorite, the number 5 Citron at morning line odds at 5-2. Is by the Factor out of a Officer Mare. The last time ran was on March 21st at Santa Anita on a good turf, going 5.5 furlongs in the Sam Simeon race. Was able to win that race by a head. Came out through and into the stretch and got up there at the wire. The time before that, it ran on July 27th at Del Mar, going 6 furlongs in the Bing Crosby Stakes, Grade 1. Was able to win that race by half a length. Was off a bit, was on the rail, and then came on gamely to come up strong and late. They stay up there for the pace. Was most of the way through, all the way through was first. So knows how to get the horse into position. The workouts have been on May 9th, going 5 furlongs at Santa Anita on a fast track. Did it in 1 minute flat .08 seconds. Handily was 10th best out of the 77 workouts that day. Then the next workout was on May 16th at Santa Anita, going 5 furlongs on a fast track. Did it in 59.20 seconds handily. Was the second best out of the 52 workouts that day. What I see with this one is it's keeping Victor Espinoza aboard. Victor Espinoza aboard has won three times aboard out of the 4 times it's been aboard him. Knows how to get the horse into position, especially in stakes races. Knows how to get it up there fast and late, especially with the coming back up, staying at 5.5 furlongs. Maybe be up there and try to be the pace setter and go all the way through aboard. And with this one has some good fractions and knows how to. Well, he will have to get up there fast and late. The jockey trainer combinations at 21%. At this distance, it is 1 for 2, and at Santa Anita, it is 6 for 2. But I believe it may be, if nothing happens with my top selection, the number 7 Texas Wedge, you should see the Citron coming up strong and late for the great late kick, or even try to be the pace setter to go all the way around. So again, for my second choice in the Daytona Stakes, It is the number 5, Citron, at morning line odds at 5-2. And now it's time for my horse to watch / long shot. For my horse to watch in the Daytona, it is going to be the number 4, Blame It on the Law, at morning line odds at 20-1. Is by Blame out of a Stormy Atlantic mare. Last time ran on June 14th at Santa Anita, going 6.5 furlongs for allowance optional, claiming $80,000. Was able to win that race by 2 1/4 lengths. Had to go 4 wide and came up strong into the turn. Was coming up late into the stretch for a great win. Beat Calamix Man. The time before that, it ran on May 25th at Santa Anita on the firm turf, going 5 furlongs in the Daytona last year. Was able to get 5th. Was stalking the pace setter, but had no rally. But had Frankel aboard that time. This time it's keeping Drayton Van Dyke aboard. Should show the way to get this horse into position. This horse and the last workouts have been on May 14th at Santa Anita, going 6 furlongs on a fast track. They in 1 minute 18.80 seconds handily. Was the third best out of the 3 workouts that day. Then the last workout was on May 20th at Santa Anita, going 3 furlongs on a fast track. Did it in 37 seconds handily, galloped. Was the 8th best out of the 23 workouts that day. What I see here is keeping Van Dyke is staying aboard, maybe try to make that same type of move. But facing Telfer is the only way. It has ran this race before. Maybe not try to stalk the pace, but maybe be up there a little closer to come up strong and late. From staying up in here, it should be able to come up late and so forth. And with this one coming up, has been running has been running longer, coming back down to at a shorter distance, should show the improvement, has the workouts, the fractions has been well. You may be seeing this one shockingly coming up strong and fast. They may try to make another type of strategy of trying to run this one all the way through to come up first. In the position this horse has been at this distance has been 1 for 2. The jockey trainer combinations at 28% click. So they know how to get horses together and run it very well. But with this one coming up, Ron Ellis and Drayton Van Dyke, they will be getting this horse up very strong and late to come up, maybe even as try to be the pace setter and run it all the way through and be a shocking price at 20-1. It might be even a little shorter, maybe even be higher. So you may want to keep an eye on this one. It is my horse to watch at the Daytona Stakes. It is the number 4, Blame It on the Law, at morning line odds at 20-1. Okay, to recap my selections for the Daytona Stakes, my top selection is the number 7, Texas Wedge, at morning line odds at 3-1. My second choice is the number 5, Citron, at morning line odds at 5-2. And my horse to watch / long shot is the number 4, Blame It on the Law, at morning line odds at 20-1. Now it's time for race number 8 It is the Charles Whittingham Stakes, Grade 2, going a mile and a quarter distance on the turf for a $200,000 purse. For my, I'm gonna be giving my two top selections plus my horse to watch. For my top selection, I'm gonna be going with the number 6, Orientaire, at morning line odds at 5-2. It's by Sophia out of a Pivotal Mare. The last time ran was on February 29th at Santa Anita on the turf, going a mile and 1/8 distance for allowance optional claiming $62,500. Was able to win that race by 5 1/4 lengths. Got steadied in 5-6 pull, went 3 wide, and came up into the turn in front and never looked back. The time before that, it ran on January 20th at Santa Anita, going 1 mile distance on the turf, going for $62,500. Was able to get second by 2 lengths. Waited a bit and did 3-6 full split and went up and was coming up strong into the stretch, but just couldn't get up there to get up in front. The workouts have been on May 7th, going at Santa Anita, going 5 furlongs on the fast track. Did it in 1 minute, 0.04 seconds handily. Was the 52nd best out of the 52 workouts that day. Then the last workout was on May 14th at Santa Anita, going 5 furlongs on a fast track. Did it in 1 minute, 0.02 seconds handily. Was the 19th best out of the 26 workouts that day. Well, I see with this one, it's been off a bit. It's freshened up, and Rispoli is staying aboard. Has been in the money twice and won once, so knows how to get the horse into position and come strong and late. But the going back up into class is the only issue. It has had issues. It's never looked like it could run its stakes races. It has issues in stakes races. But with Rispoli aboard and the freshening, he should be able to get this horse into position very well and late. Should need to get back a bit. Stay maybe in mid-pack, not too far back, but in mid-pack, to be able to make the late kick into that second turn to come up strong and late. So again, for my top selection in the Charles Whittingham, it is the number 6, Originator, at morning line odds at 5-2. Now it's time for my second choice. My second choice is going to be the number 1, Desert Stone, at morning line odds at 8-1. It's by Fasten Rock out of a Dicta Mare. Last time ran on March 7th at Santa Anita, going a mile distance in the Frank Kilroy for a $400,000 purse. Was got 9th by 4.5 lengths. Was stalking, was up in there, but had to go 3 wide and then have a kick. Just stayed up and lost a lot when it was tiring out. The race before that, it ran on January 4th, going a mile and 1/8 distance in the San Gabriel Grade 2 for a $200,000 purse. Was able to win that race by a neck. Was off a bit slow and came up strong and late into the stretch to win it. The time before that, it ran on May 27th at Santa Anita, going a mile distance in the Shoemaker Grade 1 for a $500,000 purse. Was able to get 9th by 5 1/4 lengths. Hesitated, was off slowly, and just didn't look very well and didn't want to run. The workouts have been on May 10th at Santa Anita, going 5 furlongs on the going 6 furlongs on the training course on a fast track. Did it in 1 minute 16.80 seconds handily. Was the only workout that day. Then it worked out on May 17th at Santa Anita training course, going 4 furlongs on a fast track. Did it in 49.60 seconds handily. Was the second best out of the 3 workouts that day. What I see here with this one, it's gonna be coming up. It has the issues, but dropping a small bit in class to a grade 2. Knows how it has to come up into potential there. Abel Cedillo is aboard. Abel Cedillo and the trainer is at 16% click. And on the turf, they have some good turf races. He knows how to get it up there. Just hasn't found the right jockey to be able to handle the horse very well. But should know how to get up there quick and late and come up strong. This needs to stay in mid-pack a bit, then make its move into that second turn for that good kick that he knows that this horse has. It has some great workouts, knows how to come up. The fractions are very well, fast and good. Just needs to know when to make them and come up strong. So again, for my second choice, in the Charles Whittingham Stakes, it is the number 1 Desert Stone at morning line odds at 8-1. Now it's time for my horse to watch / long shot. For my third choice, my selection is the number 2 Multiplier at morning line odds at 10-1. It's by the Factor out of a Trippy mare. Last time ran on May 16th at Santa Anita, going a mile distance for allowance optional claiming $80,000. Was able to get third by a length and a quarter. Had to go 3 wide into the stretch and was best rested up. Then the time before that, it ran on March 7th, going a mile and a quarter distance in the stakes race for a $600,000 purse. Was able to get second by a neck. Had rallied up was in mid-pack all the way through and to the stretch, improved the stretch, and was able to run willingly to get that good second. The time before that, it ran at Aqueduct on January 5th at a mile distance. It ran on February 1st, going a mile and a quarter distance in the San Marcos Grade 2 $200,000 purse. Was able to get 5th by length and a half. Was bid inside and was into the stretch and willingly to come up and got tired out. The workouts have been on April 29th at St. Louis Ray training course. Did a 5 furlong workout on a fast track. Did it in 1 minute 2 seconds handily. Was the second best out of the 9 workouts that day. Then the last workout was on May 6th at St. Louis Ray, going 6 furlongs on a fast track. Did it in 1 minute 13.80 seconds handily. Was the third best out of the 9 workouts that day. Well, with this one, for my horse to watch, and you gotta watch out with this one coming up. He has ran against United, which is in this race, so knows how to get. Has been facing this type of company before. Will just need to get a good late kick and come up and show what it did in that allowance optional claiming. But with Drayden Van Dyke aboard, Jaden Van Dyke should know how to will get this horse into position well. Peter Miller has improved the work. Has This horse has been improved in the races since getting up. Peter Miller has been training. We'll just need to get up a good late kick into the second turn for a good price. I don't think it'd be 10-1. It may be higher, it may be lower. I don't know. It may be maybe half of that. So for my horse to watch in the Charles Wingham, my horse to watch is the number 2 multiplier at morning line odds at 10-1. Now it's to recap my selections for the Charles Wingham. My top selection again is the number 6, Originator at morning line odds at 5-2. My second choice is the number 1, Desert Stone at morning line odds at 8-1. And my horse to watch is the number 2, Multiplier at morning line odds at 10-1. If you like to hear more of my selections, please follow me on my podcast here. Also, you can follow me on Facebook on Aztec Pride Racing, and also on my other one is Howling Wolf Sports and More to see my selections. And on Twitter, you can follow me on Howler92 and also on Aztec Pride 1. If you guys like to hear some more of my selections, please follow me. I appreciate everyone that has been following me, and we've been making some good money on some surprise horses that I've been selecting. So I hope, and remember, when you're cashing with the wolf, it's howling time. Good luck, everyone, and let's bank in that money. I hope everyone has a great day at handicapping, and good luck.